Molly Morgan, our favorite dietitian, is now an author, and she joins us with her skinny rules. Good morning, Molly.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here. So tell us, how do you define skinny?
You know, it's a little non-traditional. Skinny, you have an image maybe that pops into your mind, and I really like to define it as it's by the type of lifestyle you lead. You've got to be active, choosing the right foods. It's not just about the size pants you wear or the number on the scale, and that's so important.
It's easy to say, but I have to tell you, as a woman, when I go to the store and I'm picking out clothes and I'm trying things on, if my size fluctuates, it matters to me. But you're saying it shouldn't.
It shouldn't. In fact, one of the tips at the end of the book about fashion, George Simonton, who's a tenured professor at FIT, gave me this tip. Women should be less hung up about the size clothes they're wearing and more focused on how it's fitting. Because if there's pinching, pulling, or puckering going on, no matter what size it is, put it back.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. Get the right size for you, and it will actually help you look thinner. And mentally, you just have to wrap your brain around that.
Okay.
We have some rules in the book, and 101 secrets. Rule number 2, it says here, hit the pillow. Sleeping, I presume?
Sleeping, not literally hitting. Okay. So the interesting thing is sleep helps control appetite, and the magic number is 7 to 8 hours per night. And check this out, if you're only sleeping 4 to 5 hours per night, women or men, it equals 300 more calories consumed the next day, all because your appetite hormones get out of whack.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting.
See, I have a newborn baby, so I'm thinking I'm going to fall in that 4 to 5 hour.
And you know, I wrote this book when our now almost 2-year-old was 1 to 6 months old. So I think that's why I put it as rule number 2, because I probably wasn't getting my skinny sleep in then.
All right, well, the next rule that you're sharing with us is do it at home. You know, kind of give yourself all the tools you need right in your own home rather than a gym. Is that right?
That's right. Well, and you know, the reason I wanted to share, and I brought a couple examples, DVDs, using fitness magazines for new ways.
Great tips in
Great tips, great at-home workouts. The reason being is because getting to a gym is a great resource for some people, but it isn't right for everyone, and you can work out as efficiently and effective at home. Plus, I beg to differ with most people, you can get it in more consistently.
I do. I think you're right. I have my own little area.
Yeah, works for me every morning.
All right. And our next rule here, we're talking about belly blasting foods. I saw some notes here, and I felt pretty good about this. I had some avocado and some olive oil, and I think is that a good way?
That was in the panini from Pavone, so that would be a good belly blasting.
Belly blasting paninis today on Bridge Street.
How does that work? What's the truth behind that?
The truth is, and I brought another example, some whole grains.
Whole grains, of course,
like
that's one.
Oatmeal, whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta. It actually helps to slow down the digestion of food in your system, so it keeps you full longer. Also, new research shows it decreases the size of fat cells around your midsection.
I mean, we can't argue
which is
with
amazing.
That.
You cannot argue with that.
So carbs can be good as long as they're the right carbs.
Right. High quality carbs is what I like to call it.
Okay, and you're saying finishing touches go a long way. So stand up tall, have a little bit better posture.
Yeah, everybody viewing, sit up tall, no slouching. And just quick reminder, slouching, say you lose an inch, that's like gaining 5 pounds visually. Sit up tall.
I just lost 5 pounds.
Lose 5 pounds. It makes a big difference, and a really simple thing you can do wherever you are every day.
So how did you come about, what was the inspiration behind the book? Really quick, and just summarize before we tell you where you can get the book.
Sure. Long story short, I actually wasn't planning to write a book. I had an agent contact me and said, we think your nutrition philosophy would be perfect. Let's put it in a book.
Big time.
Yeah, whatever you want to say. We'll take your word for it, Chris. But yes, so I wasn't really planning on it, but when I was approached, I thought, you know what, this will be a great way to show people you don't have to diet to lose weight. You can do it with just changes and rules.
I'm so excited to read this, but I love the shape of it. It's available everywhere. So if you would like to purchase the book,
Amazon?
Amazon.com.
E-reader, it's available by e-reader. So
right.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Molly.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Molly.
And next up,